Hello everyone and welcome to another training video. This one particularly today is going to be about how to collect a sheet or spreadsheet or data of end users or people in specific industries that you're trying to market a certain property towards. We're going to go through how to collect those specific sheets, how to select your template, and where you can also go to create a template or select those templates, as well as what the process exactly is to sending those out, because unfortunately one of the crutches that Pipedrive does have, unless you purchase a more premium package, is that it does limit you to 100 contacts at a time that you can email to. I typically try to stay within the 95 to 98 range just to play it safe, just in case. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video, and this should be about a 3 to 5 minute process in terms of once you get onto this and you understand it and you know how to do it yourself. Really simple, very useful, and extremely helpful. And so now once you open it and you log into Pipedrive, you'll be taken to the home screen, which of course is your deal flow sheet. You see all of your projects, everything, etc. And for this practice, let's just say hypothetically, you're working on a medical office building, so we're going to try to collect medical practitioners that are within the area or a list that's already pre-existing in Pipedrive, so that you can send a marketing campaign out to them and hopefully get some feedback from them and be able to generate some leads that you can send back then to your client and show them that what kind of progress or things that you're running into with this deal. So now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to the left tab here, and right here, and it looks like a little ID card, here's your contacts. So we're going to select the contacts here really quickly, and it'll show you, generally it'll show you a whole entire, like everybody that's on here. But what we're going to do, if it's not pre-saved, and I can also show you how to pre-save it in this set, what we're going to want to do is on this top right filter, we're going to click down, or you can always hit the edit, but we'll just click down for simplicity's sake. And we're going to add a new filter right down here. And as you can see, there's already pre-saved searches that other people have collected. You can also mark these as public or private, just depending on preference or if multiple people are going to be using it. So we'll go here real quick. And now this is where it gets, you want to be very careful with how you address these filters, because they can either give you a whole jumble of information that you don't need, or it'll end up giving you too little information due to the restrictions and requirements. So one of the big things is you want to keep it as vague as possible. So here on this top tab, we're going to hit all of these conditions are what are going to be applied to the filters. So we're going to add that really quickly. We know we're looking for people, so we'll leave that on its own. And then here is when we have the drop down of what groups of those people we're looking for, or what type of detailer we're looking to narrow down our search. In this case, we're looking for target groups. So all you want to do, you can click T, or you could scroll down or do whatever to get to target groups. And it's going to be here with the parentheses S on it. So we're going to go through here, and it is, which we can leave that alone. And this will then pull up all of the list of target groups that we have. And so again, like I said, we're pretending that this is a medical office, say for lease or whatever it is, but it's specifically medical office. So we're going to scroll through here, and we're going to find right here, it's med practitioners. That's a list of medical practitioners. Now here's the big difference is, again, like I said before, you can collect only 100 personnel at a time to send out a campaign to. Now if I just did this and said medical practitioners, and let's say you wanted to send this list to our marketing department because they want to send out a flyer on their own platforms and things like that, this is totally fine. What we're going to do is hit preview really quickly, and you'll see this number 113 goes to 379, which is the total list of personnel that are in this contact list, specifically, as you can see right here, under medical practitioners. And so it even shows your job title, etc., all the information. Now from here, you can click save, and it'll actually save this filter, and you will be able to export, which for this sake of this example, so we're going to save this. And say I want to send this to the medical department, there's no need for me to filter out those 100 people. I can go through here, export filter results, and it'll give you an Excel spreadsheet that you can then send to your department, and they will handle it from there. Now, sending emails through Pipedrive is, of course, very different. Now, again, we have right here is the medical practitioners. As you can see, it had saved for me there. But we're not finished with this yet. What we want to do is use that count. And so now every time a spreadsheet is inputted into Pipedrive, it is put into it has a tab that is consolidated into counts. from, I believe, 1 to 98 or 99 will be your first 100. Again, you have that little buffer of wiggle room. We're going to go through the exact same conditions that we want to go through here. Persons is, and then we'll go to medical groups. Now here, if you're sending it through Pipedrive, you want to add one more condition, which of course is the count. And you always have to remember it's 379, so you'll be sending about 4 groups of emails for those people. So you'll do the persons, and then here we have count. It is the 4th one down. If you want to type C or type it out, any of those work as long as you get to the correct filter. Is, and then right now, of course, this is numerical, so type 1. So I'm going to click enter there, and we're going to preview, and this number should change. See, and now it's about to 94 people. And so right now, we're going to just hit save here really quickly. I will end up deleting these later, but for the sake of this exercise, we're doing it here. So 94 people, and you have every single person set up here. Now, of course, you do not want to be clicking through this one by one. All you're going to do is at this very top left square, you're going to select that, and it will select all of your contacts. This you do not have to worry about. That can be discussed in a later video, but for the sake of this, we're going to be going to send group email. All right, so here, right now, I'm, of course, signed in as me. It will show and display your information here instead when you're going through your account. And let's see, this is a medical office building, and we already have a template available for this target group. So what we're going to do is click this drop-down, select, and typically what you want to do is when you create a template, you want to create the template with the location or the market location, which in this case it is Huntsville, and then it'll be the actual subject property's address along with maybe the client's name or something that you can use and multiple people can use where they go and click here and everyone can identify what project that this template is for. Now in this case, it'll be 20 Hughes Road, so you can even just type that in. Let's see. See right here, it's Madison, or not Huntsville, Madison, sorry. 20 Hughes Road, campaign 1. So that tells me that this is the variation, the first variation of this email. So what we want to do is you click into this template and it'll show you all of this specific information here. And then once you're done here, I'm not going to click it because I believe this has already been completed. Then you are going to want to click send and you are done. Then after that, you go back to, let's say I'm just going to cancel this really quickly. And then it's pretty much a rinse and repeat. And again, there was about 379 contacts, which means that there's going to be 4 groups to go through. The next thing you're going to do is pretty much simply go back to, actually you click the edit, the pencil here, just go back to the one, erase it, and go to group 2. And then when you preview that, it'll take you to the new list of the next 200 people or so. And you pretty much select all, select your template, click send, and then repeat. Easily tops, it'll be about a 2 to 3 minute process, and you'll pretty much be set. Best thing about this as well is that because you're sending this email through Pipedrive will also track the emails that you are using this activity for, and it'll be much easier to track and create a report through Pipedrive that you can send to your client, and then you can go through and kind of, it's a bit like a proof in terms of that, of the activity you're running through, and it will also display your activity and keep your project up to date in terms of how long it's been since activity was set on it. Now, this would typically be an IPA, so an income producing activity, because you are prospecting. So this will typically fall between the realms of the agent's responsibility to handle these. It is the same as going out, knocking on doors, doing phone calls, that face-to-face interaction that we try to prioritize as best as we can. Especially if you have multiple projects that you're dealing with, as long as you can allow an assistant or your project manager or somebody who you can delegate this task to. If it makes it easier for them to send it with your signature at the bottom instead of theirs, especially if they end up getting an inquiry, then you can give that to them and they can handle it for you. But in terms of that, the task is very easily delegated, very easy to do, so very rarely, as long as you know what you're doing, you would have to delegate this. Again, you saw what I did. This was probably about within a couple mouse clicks and maybe a minute or two, I pretty much set up my campaign. But other than that, that is pretty much everything in terms of how to find your target groups, how to select your templates, and how to send them out and be done with your campaigns and move on to the next project. Well, as always, everyone, I hope this video was very helpful. Please let me know if you have any other ideas or anything on training videos to go out. We're going to do more training videos in terms of Pipedrive, as well as collecting collecting or trying to create criteria or requirements on what type of target groups that you need. But other than that, that is pretty much it. And I hope you guys have a good one, and I will see you in the next one.